Hello, y'all. Yeah, I'm going to read some of Luke 22. Now, the feast of the unleavened bread, called the Passover, was approaching, and the chief priests and the teachers of the law were looking for some way to get rid of Jesus. For they were afraid of the people. Then Satan entered Judas, called Iscariot, one of the 12, and Judas went to the chief priest and the officials in the temple guard and discussed with them how he might betray Jesus. They were delighted and agreed to give him money. He consented and watched for an opportunity to hand Jesus over to them when no crowd was present. Then the day came of the unleavened bread, on which the Passover lamb had to be sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John, saying, "Go and make preparations for us to eat the Passover." "Where do you want us to prepare for it?" they asked. He replied, "As you enter the city, a man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him to the house till he enters, and say to the owner of the house that the teacher asked, 'Where is the guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples?' He will show you a large upper room, all furnished. Make preparations there." They left and found things just as Jesus had told them, so they prepared the Passover. When the hour came, Jesus and his apostles reclined at the table, and he said to them, "I have eagerly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. For I tell you, I will not eat it again until it finds fulfillment in the kingdom of God." After taking the cup, he gave thanks and said, "Take this and divide it among you. For I tell you, I will not drink again of the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes." And he took the bread, gave thanks and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, after the supper, he took the cup, saying, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. But the hand of him who is going to betray me is with me on the table. The Son of Man will go as it has been decreed, but woe to that man who betrays him." They began questioning among themselves, which of them might be the one who does this. Also a dispute arose among them as which of them was considered the greatest. That's all I'm going to read for now. It kind of reminds me of how the politicians act in this country, how they betray us. I know it's not to the level of Jesus, but the politicians, they love to betray people. And I'll sell you out for this or sell you out for that. And it's going to backfire on them. It really is. And there's, see, they think they're above the law, the politicians. That's why on January 6th, when decent people came to the Capitol to protest, not to riot, it was no Pearl Harbor, but they came there because they love America. They don't want to see America conquered by communist China. They know what's going on. And these politicians are afraid of decent people. So what they do, the politicians, is they try to make decent people bad people instead of being... You see, the politicians, they could back out of it and say, "You know what, we were wrong. We did bad." If they had any shame at all, they would resign. A good percentage of them, maybe a few of them would stay, like a Rand Paul. He should stay, maybe someone like that. But a good percentage of them should resign because of shame. They belong in prison, the politicians. Unfortunately, good people are still stuck in jails and being abused by the prison guards and stuff for only doing what their constitutional right guarantees them to do. But for doing their constitutional right, these politicians, these corrupt politicians, call them criminals, which is a joke. The real criminals are sitting in Congress. That's the real criminals. But anyways, you have a blessed day. Love you.